Dude, I think I started actually down in Louisiana, but only just briefly.
Is there a comedy scene in Louisiana?
There's nothing, Brian. There's a lot of people, a lot of guys down there. They're just haters, really. When you get out of there, there's a lot of angry dudes there.
Now, okay, what's the closest city to you? Baton Rouge.
Yeah, Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge used to have a Funny Bone.
Funny Bone.
Did you work it?
Oh yeah, I worked that club.
Okay.
Yeah.
When the girl was the manager.
Nuh-uh. When the guy, this guy named Tommy, he was a DJ as well. And he was the manager, and you could get over there, and it was like the first place I ever featured for. I featured for John Reap, and it was awesome. Man.
How long did it take you to start featuring there?
Pretty quick, man. I was featuring at like 3 years in. I was featuring just because I had like out of the gate. I had a pretty good 15 minutes. You could stretch it at a bar, drop some F-bombs, call somebody fat. Next thing you know, you're at 20 minutes. So like. I was stretching it pretty good down there, and then I don't even remember. And then after a while, it just stuck with me. But I can I can really imagine that feeling of going home and feeling some appreciation, because sometimes it's like you get out of there, you're the crab that got out of the pot for some people, Well,
then that's the other side. The other side of that was that's also the place I went to prison.
Yeah,
that's also the place where my daughter was born. That's also a place where I have an ex-wife. It's just a lot of mixture all going in. And then I get there, and I'm asking about the comics that I came up with, and not one of them is around. They all got out of the business. They all did this. And that gave me a different feeling. It gave me like a little, I don't know, kind of feeling like guilty in a way that I stuck with it. Like I felt guilty that I stuck with it instead of quitting and coming out here. It was just a weird feeling, bro.
Why did you feel like, oh, they're gonna look at me like I think I'm special because I'm still doing it? That's what I would think a little bit.
I don't know. It was just weird that. Listen, man, I stuck with comedy because I had nothing else. I mean, this is it.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna go back to. I was gonna go back to slinging drugs and robbing people.
Yeah.
There was no other job. I was not equipped to have a day job anymore. There was one point where I just was not going to have a day job. I never wanted a fucking job. I never wanted a fucking day job.
Dude, I don't picture you having that. I picture you doing comedy or fucking stabbing somebody, honestly. No offense.
I swear to God. Like, I didn't.
Yeah.
I had tried everything. I cook, you name it. Bricklayer, electrician, carpenter. I was a fucking bar back. I don't know how many bartending jobs I had. I don't know how many factory fucking jobs I had. I can't even imagine how many warehouse jobs I had, pulling like fucking those things and stocking shelves.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you. If that's what I wanted to do, I would have stuck with it. I can't tell you how many driving jobs I had at a hardware store. I can't begin to fucking tell you guys.
That ain't your calling, man.
That this was it. No.
This chooses you after a certain point.
Yeah,
I think it chooses you.
It really does. You just, like, I had no other options. I was 28 years old. Well, I had a felony. Well, who's going to fucking hire me in the stock market or to be a lawyer? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going to hire me in the fucking stock market. I was done. That was it.
Yeah.
So I figured that least case scenario, you could be a road comic and make $600 to $800 a week, live in your car, and live like Charles Bronson. Have 4 nights a week, have a hotel, and 3 nights a week, sleep in your car, and learn how to camp. I mean, I'm dead serious about this.
Yeah.
This is how disheveled I was inside at that time with the world. I just wanted to drive in a car. That's it. I just wanted to be alone for a couple years in a fucking car. And guess what? That's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
I was in a car for 5 fucking years, in a car. Some nights I slept in a car, some nights in a hotel, some nights in people's couches.
Damn.
And do I regret it at all? Fuck no. Fuck no. It prepares you for the rejection. It makes this shit seem like nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes you start to own, like, whatever. Like, no matter what you put me through or say to me, I've created enough shit in my own life that you don't even know about.
I got arrested at 6 o'clock for assault, and the show started at 9, and I bailed out at 5 to 9 in Idaho. I still got a warrant up in Idaho.
Yeah.
I mean, I went through the fucking mill as a road comic. I was doing C.W. Kendall work, David Trimble work, You know, anybody who had one-nighters, I did them. I took this Doug Stanhope format, you know. All triple runs. That's all Stanhope did. Stanhope wasn't busting his ass in New York, bringing 5 people to a fucking show.
Yeah.
Stanhope started in Vegas. He got Evening at the Improv as a feature act, and he was unstoppable after that. You know why? He got a Buick. He put a fucking stick in the back. I mean, I didn't invent this. I just mimicked somebody else.
Yeah.
I just mimicked somebody else. When I saw him in 96, I'd never seen anything like that.
Wow.
I met him in 91 as a feature act. Then he came back to the Boulder Comedy Club, and I was the house MC. And now he was a headliner because he had done a spot at Evening at the Improv.
And it was different?
He was the headliner now.
Right.
And then I didn't see him again. From 92, I didn't see him again. But there were bickerings about this fucking kid that's ripping up fucking rooms. I mean, there was amongst chitter-chatter, like, and they kept saying, his name is Doug Stan. I'm like, I know that motherfucker. He slept at my house one night.
Wow.
He was so cool. I was the house MC at the Boulder Broker. And it was part of a Tribble run. You know who David Tribble is?
Yeah.
He's a booker in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
So he used to book Tuesdays was the broker. Wednesdays you had off. That sucks for a comic.
That's when then you spend all your money you made on Tuesday.
Yeah, that sucks for a comic.
Right
And you only
there.
get one. You only get for those in that time he was giving you $125 a night, and he paid you $50 up front and $75 in a check. So you picked up $50 cash. That's it. So you had to either figure it out. If the headliner was cool, I had a condo, I let him stay there. There was a couple guys I let stay there that were just cool. They left him on it, and Doug Stanhope was one of those guys.
Wow.
So,
what was he like? Do you remember kind of what he was like, or what?
at that time, I knew he was funny. He was young. He reminded me, he was just young. He was a kid.
Yeah.
He was just a wise-ass kid when I first saw him. And
That's
I was
awesome.
29. Yeah, maybe 29, because this is 1991 is when I won the contest. 92 is when I met Doug Stanhope. 92. And then again, 93. And then I lost a job, and I never saw him again.
Wow.
And like I said, I heard bickerings of him, and then he won the San Francisco comedy competition.
Dang.
Now, he was not working the punchlines. He wasn't working. Nobody was hiring that motherfucker.
And he popped out of nowhere.
His act was so fucking blue. And he was killing it. Like Tribble would, when you get the paperwork from Tribble, there's certain hotels that are Mormons. Red Lion Inns. You can't curse at those fucking places.
They have Mormon hotels?
No, if you do Provo, Utah,
Oh, okay.
and it's a Red Lion Inn, they'll tell you that they'll tell you on the fucking paperwork, this is a Mormon room, watch your language. People get offended. Then the next night they put you in a room that says, this is an active room.
Yeah.
If you get something thrown at you, get off the stage immediately and contact the management or go to the hospital. And you're like, what? What?
Do not stop. Do not antagonize.
Yeah, no. It's that binga. Like I did those in the winter.
That's that volatile room.
They're all volatile rooms. And then the fucking show's end and they turn it into a disco. And it's just white people, but there's always 3 black guys that are getting their dick sucked, and there's 2 rednecks that are furious at the black people. It's fucking crazy. It's an adventure in itself. I went on a Tribble run for probably 8 months. That's all I lived on was Tribble runs. 2 weeks of the shot, stay on the road.
No.
Live off the fat of the land for fucking 2 days in your car, going to the movies and sneaking into other movies and staying in there all day, living off Subway sandwiches, the veggie and cheese, that type of shit.
What do you miss about that?
What do I miss about that?
I know it's kind of a general question, but
the truth,
yeah.
Not knowing is one of the best places you could ever put yourself in your life. Not knowing, because you got the balls of a child.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
got the balls of a child. You won't ever take a chance. You won't ever.
You don't know.
You won't know. You don't understand what that's like.
You get safe. A lot of time I feel like I get safer as I get older.
You know, when you come